What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Alchemy Pay today, ACH. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are at about 2.7 cents right now, up 27% this month. It is the 27th of April. Here we are, 3 days, 8 hours away from closing the month of April. With a goal in mind, right? The goal that we have, and it's okay if this doesn't happen, but the goal, okay, in the next 3 days is to get Alchemy Pay above 30 or 3.2 cents. If we can get it above 3.2 cents, you effectively bullishly engulf this candle. You have a positive signal with this monthly candle already, but to bullishly engulf last candle, the last candle, that is a positive signal as well. And that'd be very suggestive that you continue running up, right? So it's a nice thing to get. It's not a requirement, but it's a good goal. It's okay to have goals, okay? Monthly RSI looking bullish as hell. I think it looks great. It's very obvious, at least in my opinion, that you are going to see higher highs, right? And that's fine. Getting to the overbought zone, something like that, maybe getting, even into it with this next attempt, that's the expectation. And with that, you will break out of this long-term accumulative phase that you've been in really since February 2023 here for the last couple of years. From a high to a low, the expectation would be that when you break out of this range, you go somewhere around 9 to 12 cents at a minimum. That's the minimum standard. But I think you break out higher than that, right? Minimum standard, 2 year consolidation phase, you're going to break out and hit your minimum standard? I don't think so. I think you're going to see all-time highs or beyond there, probably beyond there. If we're looking at this, what was it? I did something that made me very convinced that we're going to see a 20 cent price or more. I did it the other day. I think it was on the live stream that I did it. I can't remember, but essentially, I very much do believe that we're going to see a 20 cent price or higher. Okay, I can't remember what it was. Maybe we can figure it out here. But on a weekly perspective, bouncing off the 40 on your RSI, very nice as well. Not really anywhere significant on the fibs. Let's see if we can find something else here. Looking here, 2.7 cents now. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's use this. Go from the low on August 5th to the high here. 786, 886 area, back above the golden ratio. We love it. We love it. Yes. Looking like it wants to continue to grow. This is good stuff. Let's look at the daily time frame. Hold on now. Rejecting the overbought zone, bearish engulfing candle today. I thought you were green today. For some reason, I thought you were green, but you're down. You're down just like the rest of them, man. In my latest and greatest list, they are all not great right now, other than Xano and Swift Coin. Good job, congratulations to the Xano and the Swiftonites out there, the Swifties actually. We're taking Swifties back with Swift Coin, okay? They can't have it. It's our word. That's from a high to a low, 382 consolidation around here. This is actually a good look. So yes, you've got a little indecision going on right now, but I don't think you go too much lower, or if you do, maybe, just maybe, you see prices down at 2.3 cents. But I have a hard time believing that that's what you do. I think really you're just on your way to prices that are at like 4.5 cents, 5 cents. Honestly, I think you're really close to seeing those prices. You might even see those by the end of this month, over the next 3 days, if not sometime in early May. Right? I do think that we're gonna have a bullish finish to this month. I don't think that it's gonna be like this. While today's Sunday is down for most crypto, I think tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think they're all gonna be positive days. I really have a feeling that this week is gonna go off with a bang. The end of the month is gonna go off with a bang. So definitely set yourselves up right. Don't, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but don't sideline yourselves, right? Even if we happen to go down over the next 3 days, which I doubt, you don't want to be sidelined, because we're moments away from an explosive move throughout the crypto space. I really, really do believe it's coming. So just be patient. Oh, Onyx coins below 1.9 cents. There we go. To the depths we go. 1.4 cents. Here we come. Maybe not, but we'll see. Anyways, and I'm not selling any of my Onyx coin. Okay. High to low here. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour RSI looks good. It looks strong. You're stunted right now. You're stalled, and that's fine. Let's look at something with volume on it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about this at all. I wouldn't be surprised if you found support right here, even, guys. You've got lower lows in your RSI, higher lows in the price, volumes decaying as you're moving down. You're moving down with the purpose. Without volume, you moved up with extreme purpose and extreme volume, right? It's not the same. So I very much believe that this is just another opportunity to buy. Alchemy pays anything. It does anything but move in a straight line. If it does, it's volatile. It gives it back, right? But even then, still you grow back. So I wouldn't be surprised if you grow from here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm expecting Alchemy pays out a low. That 15-minute time frame gives us bullish divergence here. That doesn't solidify solidify it. The 15-minute time frame is not the most significant time frame, but it really would not surprise me if you're at the low points of your day here, being at about 2.73 cents. So we're looking for a little bit of recovery going into the end of the day. Yes, ultimately you will be growing higher. If we're looking at this from a relative high here to relative low, the next price area that I would expect would be something around 4.5 to 5 cents, right? The 786 to 886. I do think you'll bypass the golden ratio, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Just because of the way you're consolidating, that's what makes me think that. But if you do stop at the golden ratio, maybe you stop at 3.7 cents to 4 cents, maybe. But I think 4.5 cents to 5.1 cents is your more likely destination, okay? As far as where you're going to go by the end of the cycle, right? We can talk about that too. Actually, hold up now. Let me see here. What was it? I'm trying to think of how I got 20 cents concocted. Was it the fact that I think you're going to see the strongest move? I think you'll see the strongest move that you've ever seen, at least in this bull cycle. And if that's the case, right, this was your move so far that you've seen. And then from a low here to a high, that's not what it was. There was something, what was it, man? It was for Alchemy Pay. I did it in the live stream, I want to say, and it was really conclusive to the notion that we will see 20 cents or more. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. We'll probably figure it out, but overall, high to low here, right? Probably going to see at least 17, if not 20 cents, or even prices that are above 30 cents as high as 50 cents could happen by the end of June. By the end of the cycle, ACH, Alchemy Pay, we're looking for, let's see, you're at about $245 million now in market cap. You could see 100x with this thing. 100x would put you at a less than $25 billion market cap. That is not given. $25 billion is a high number to achieve, but it's attainable. I'm not, one of those guys calling for $1,000 XRP by the end of this cycle, which would put it at tens of trillions of dollars, right? I'm not one of those guys. I'm not going to tell you blatant lies, right? And maybe XRP gets there in time, right? But Alchemy Pay, maybe you get to hundreds of billions of dollars in time, but by the end of this cycle, probably not tens of billions. You could see it. You really could see it. You get decent volume on a regular basis. You've been accumulating in this very massive pattern. I could see you being worth tens of billions of dollars, let alone 25 billion. You could be worth 50 billion. 100x is not only possible, a 200x is possible, a 400x is probably not possible. It's possible, but very unlikely. I'd say a 100 to a 300x is probably pushing the barrier there, but you might stop at a 50x or a 20x. You never know. But the average expectation for the average crypto is about a 30x, so I would at least expect that from you, Alchemy Pay. But I think that you see more than that. As far as all-time highs go, let's cut to the chase. 2.7 cents now. The expectation would be something around, at a minimum, 63 cents. I don't think so. I don't like that as a minimum target. No, we're not stopping there. Okay, minimum $1. I like that. That makes more sense to me, yeah. Probably even just above $1. Let's say $1.10, $1.15. Oftentimes you go just above the 1 for 1 for. So that's your minimum, not your expected target, but your minimum expected target, okay? Your minimum expectation. The next level, where is it? Well, all the way up here at the golden ratio, that's at about a 78x. Can you stop here? We just talked about a 100 to a 300x. Can you stop here? The answer is yes. You can stop here. Don't get your head in the clouds. Don't get your eyes focused on just one prize, right? It's very possible that boo-hoo, all you get is a 78x. And if you're expecting 100x, you're going to mess that up, right? I promise you. A 78x is fine. That's fine to take profits there. Even if it does go to 100x, it'll correct from there. You'll be fine taking profits at $2.10. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I do believe Alchemy Pay will be worth multiple dollars by the end of the cycle. I very much do believe that. I doubt you stop at $1, but it's our minimum expectation for a reason. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let's go higher. All right, now we're getting into it. Now we're at a 200x potential. What I would say, here's the crazy thing, you guys. By this metric alone, and actually, hold on. Maybe these things are not right. Let me just make sure. Hold on. High to low. Because it's on Coinbase. Yes, so it's not right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. These targets are they're not adequate. They're not appropriate. Okay, because that high, that was the Coinbase listing. So this high here, because Coinbase had less liquidity, it's a false high. That's not real price. My bad, guys. So we're gonna have to redo this. Okay, redo this. Redo this. All those targets are still possible, but they're probably not as likely. Okay, so let's see. So $1, I would think then. Okay, well, hey, more bullish, not bearish, right? I would think a $1.25 is now your minimum target. It's okay. $1.25 is your minimum target. If we're just being real, okay. 47x, $1.25, $1.26. Next target area would be something. Okay, so here we go. 100x. 100x is very likely. 106x, 107x is very possible. $2.93. Maybe you go all the way up to $4.20 right there. A nice 420 price. So 100x to 151x, very possible. Can you see a multi-100x? You could, but $10 would probably be the limits of what you could achieve. I doubt that you see anything above $10, or if you do go above $10, it's barely, right? Probably nothing above $11, right? So that would be pushing it. I'm very confident. That's right. I was thinking, I'm like, I thought Alchemy Pay didn't have, like, it has multi-100x potential, but I was like, I thought it was more likely to stop at less than a 200x. And that's what made me think. And I was looking at it. It said Coinbase, not crypto. If you're not aware as to what happened here, the Coinbase price for Alchemy Pay on that high, okay, because this is when Coinbase listed it. That high is all the way at 24.1 cents. But that was just on Coinbase. On every other exchange, the high was at 17.88 cents. That gives us a dramatically different target for our fib extensions, okay? Anyways, because this was your first day madness. The price action isn't real. It's first day madness. First day of listing for Coinbase, right? Yeah, first day madness. Well, maybe not first day, but first taste madness. Not real. This is real. I think 293 to 420 is your likely stopping point. If you don't stop here between 293 to 420, then $1.25 is your likely stopping point. Could you go to $10? Yes, but that's the most unlikely idea in my opinion, but it could happen. It's very possible. At this rate, I think the most likely thing to expect is 420 to 293. I got nothing else for you guys. I think I've said everything I need to say. So hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.